kids, it's Mark Miller here, and we're going to get right into the code today. I think we'll try to pick up where we left off yesterday. We're in the middle of creating some debugging tools. Rory is not with us today, so get some music going. And let me know how you kids are doing out there. This weekend, I'm going to be headed towards Vegas to be speaking at Dev Intersections. So should be fun. I'm doing a. I am doing a. There we go. Stream Deck just kicked in. Doing a talk, several talks on the science of great UI. So if you're there, stop by and say hi. All right, this is kind of what our goal is here. Today I'm kind of going to work on this part, I think, and the actual stopping and breaking on the events. I think I'm also going to create some enhancements here. At least my attempt is to come in here, and if there's an event that's got something associated with it like that, I want to have it bolded in there so we can see that. Where we left off yesterday, not bad. It looks like this. So as I click on the different characters, you can see the different, for example, features are listed here. Lady has no spells, so her spells are empty. But if I click on a feature, you can see all of the events. And then if I click on an event, you can see the individual handler for it. Right now, only onActivate has a handler, so I want to make onActivate bold. So I got to figure out how to do that. I'm not an excuse me. I'm not an expert in WPF, so I'll have to do a little bit of research on how to make that happen. But hopefully.
Surly Dev is in the house.
Thanks, Surly Dev. Hello, Coding Gorilla out there. Coding Gorilla. One of the things we learned about Coding Gorilla yesterday is Coding Gorilla likes the caps lock key. So it's important to keep these things in mind. You never know when Coding Gorilla might get a fanfare. So I'm going to say, I worked on Genescu 7s a little bit and PyroCats. PyroCats is going to be here on next Tuesday. That's going to be a pretty good one, I think. Today I was looking at it without sound, and even without sound, I was like nodding my head like it's up there meeting my standards of overkill productions. It's like the Jerry Bruckheimer of fanfares. So PyroCat's coming. Coding Gorilla, you're on my mind as well. Genescu 7, I don't think Genescu 7's with us yet, but Genescu 7 is also is coming forthwith. I was actually looking at 3D elements this morning, puppeteering of individual pieces and I think it's going to be pretty cool. I think Genescu 7. I just got to get some good music for Genescu 7s. So I think by next Tuesday there's a really good shot that we'll see a couple new fanfares, maybe 3. We'll see what happens. I tend to get very jolly on or around 3/4 of, oh, you're feeling good today? Hyperactive, very good mood today. Yeah. Tend to get very jolly on or around day 3 or 4 of an extended fast. Copperbeardy's here. Hey, Copperbeardy. Welcome. Glad to have you with us. Let me just test the drones here. Can I fly? I can fly. Yeah, I was almost thinking about starting late this morning because I was getting pretty jolly about the PyroCat fanfare. It's pretty totally over the top, and so and still going on that extended fast. It's Early Deb. So yeah, I was feeling pretty good about that. And I was thinking, oh man, I'm almost done. I'm like 20, 30 minutes away, and it'll be done. And Pudding. Yeah, Pudding, I've been thinking about your fanfare too. Trying to figure it out. I need it to, of course, incorporate pudding. I have an idea on it, and I think I can make it work. But we'll see. I was just talking about that. I think I'm going to spend some time this weekend and finish up some fanfares. So next Tuesday we should see several more. Hopefully you guys like them. Speaking of fanfares,
is in the house.
Yeah, Hugo says he comes in to me saying, yeah, it's pretty over the top. Out of the news, water's still wet. That's one of my favorite lines. There's a Lizzo song, which, by the way, my family's huge fans of Lizzo. And one of her songs, she says, I like my water wet. And I just love that line. I love that lyric so much. I'm like totally a fan of it. All right, here's our debugging tools starting to form up over here. Yeah, greetings to everybody. Glad you're here. So we've got, these are features. And if this person had spells, they'd be in this list box right there. And so for whatever you click on, in fact, let me show you. If I go over to Merkin, you can see here's the features and here are the spells. So these are things that have events. They're not labeled yet. Gosh, that'd be nice if we did that, wouldn't it? What I really want to do, though, is I want to be able to bold these. First thing I want to do is bold them, bold this text if it has code behind it. So I can at a glance see which ones do have events and which ones do not, which have event handlers and which do not. These are checkboxes. The idea here is I'll be able to come in and check what things I want to set breakpoints on. And when I hit a breakpoint or when the event is cast, then we'll jump right into that breakpoint. That's kind of the idea. That's the magic that we want to do. So first, step one is make these bold so I get a visual sense of where my events are. And I think also similarly here too, because there are a lot of spells that have yet to be built. Then the other thing that's kind of exciting that I like about this is I should be able to really come in here and edit this. Surly Dev, 90 hours, still going strong, 37 minutes. Juniscu 7, you may have missed this earlier, Juniscu 7. I was working on your fanfare earlier this morning, and it is not done, but it is. I'm pushing it up to the standards that I think both you and I have for this. So hopefully you'll like it. Yeah, not even considering eating for another 6 hours. Yeah, well, you're highly likely in ketosis, Surly Dev, which means your brain is, fueled by the ketones, and yeah, you're giddy. I find, by the way, that if I'm really pure about keto and don't do anything that's like, I just keep carbs like as close to zero as possible. After about 3 or 4 days, I get to a higher level of like alert and focus. On the subject of wet water, take a look at my tweet. Hold on. This is news. Venice underwater. Oh, yeah. Karen and I were talking about that just last night. She's like, I want to go to Venice. I want to go to Venice. It's underwater and it's global warming and we're going to lose it. And I'm like, okay, that makes a lot of sense. Let's get, and I go, you want to take the kids? She goes, yeah. I go, okay, so we'll put all the kids on a plane and help contribute to the destruction of the environment faster, because we'll be like, burning up all that jet fuel so we can see Venice. And she goes, yes, so we can see Venice. So I'm like, all right. So maybe that'll happen. By the way, I've been to Venice once and I loved it. It was not underwater. It was about 2 years ago. It was really beautiful. I loved being there and hanging out. Really nice. Yeah, Hugo says bring some scuba gear. Is it true that it's flooded with diapers too? Oh no. That's going to put a damper on the trip. We're not going to want to do that. All right, let's see if we figure this out first. Editing this would be super cool. And if I edit, I should be able to save, which means I got to go out and regenerate a CSV for all the spells. I don't know if I'm going to be smart enough to do that because we're using the CSV NuGet package to bring it in, and I'm only modifying like one. I'm not exactly sure how I'll be able to save if I'm going to be smart enough to figure that out, but without destroying the file. But that would be cool too, to be able to modify here. All right, so first thing I want to do is figure out how to make something bold from a data template, and let's see what we can do with there. WPF bold list box item from a data template. I don't know, is this going to give me enough or just give me noise here? If it's a CSV file, you can read it as plain text and split it with, yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I trust that. I think the answer is no, I can't. Because commas can show up inside of quotes. It's more complicated than that. So that's why I'm using a library to load it. But the saving part is I'm a little nervous. I'm going to have to, it might work out. It might all be easy. We'll see. How do you embed the RN scripts in a CSV? I'm just, here, I'll show you. The answer is essentially, I'm not, Google Sheets is when I download it. So all I'm doing is, these are my spells. I did the most work on Melf's Minute Meteors, because that one was a little bit crazy in terms of what it could do. It's a spell that gives you the ability to cast a secondary spell as a bonus action, and it's a certain number of meteors. And the meteors are grabbed from something else, the count, and all kinds of things are going on here. So this is what I did as a test of this. So to put them in here, I'm just hitting Control-Enter to add them. And then when it saves them, I don't know, I guess we can look at that. Let's take a look at that and see what it looks like. That data, I think, is over here in overlays. Is that right? Nope, it's in, I'm in the wrong solution. Down here, data. Kind of a cool song we're listening to. Spells, right here. This one we don't want. We can delete this. By the way, I don't know if I talked about this. I can't delete it because it's running. I don't know if I talked about this, but I added a very, very cool, in fact, let me show you this. I did this over last weekend, and it was very cool. Give me a second. All right, actually, let's do things one step at a time. Let's open up spells first. And there's spells. Let's look for Melf's Minute Meteors. Here we go. Looks like they're just in straight in as carriage returns or line feeds. And yeah, it starts right here. It looks a lot like the $ strings in C#, where I can delimit with 2 of these and then just use regular enters all the way down until I'm done, which it looks to be right here. Whoops, I'm sorry. Hold on. I just noticed I'm blocking part of this. Let's hide that scroll. Whoa, I said hide scroll. Okay. Right there is where I'm ending. So yeah, it's just carriage returns inside of that. String starts there and it ends right here. Right there. All right, so let me show you the cool thing I did over the weekend. I've had problems with that before. So interesting. So here's what I did that's super cool. Here we go. Oh no. Oh my gosh. I've seen this before. Look what I've did. Look what's happened. Wow. let's throw a marker out here. This is actually not a CodeRushed issue. It's a Visual Studio issue. But the color of, I think they're my operators, has gone black, apparently. Doesn't show it here. Is it punctuation? Which one is this? I don't see oh, there's punctuation. That one looks good too. What if I just hit enter on this? No. What's the color for... Yeah, I think it's operator. I wonder if I have to change it. Wow. Wow. All right. I'm going to mark this as potentially a bug. I want to see what our devs think about this. I'm pretty sure this is lost operator color. I was talking to Dustin Campbell at Microsoft about this a couple weeks ago when I saw this. Is this us or VS? Is going to be the bug title. And that's going to, that issue I just sent out is going to send a link to the live stream. We're dog fooding CodeRushed every day, 3 days a week. And we're doing it live, so you can check in on us. Make sure we're doing a good job. You know, we don't want to do a bad job, so we're working hard out here. CodeRushed is, of course, from
DevExpress.
And DevExpress does a whole bunch of other things. Go check out devexpress.com. If you can bear that advertising there, I just threw in for CodeRushed.
CodeRushed.
There we go. All right. Also, I should throw in, while we're here punching buttons, I should throw in a disclaimer. Boom.
Mark doesn't know Jack.
Not much. Not much. We're just pushing our way through things here, but it's kind of fun to watch. Yeah. If you don't buy CodeRushed, then Mark will be a sad panda. That's correct. Latency seems pretty low on that. It's early dev. Okay. So the cool thing I did, I built this system watcher, which is looking for updates to the spells. Because, hold on. Let's
Willy Shaker.
Bring up Willy's Firebolt. There's Firebolt right up there. Well, it's, you know, on screen. The steps before, if I made a change, were to come back in, click on Initialize Player Data, wait for that to finish, click on Willy, click on Firebolt again. But now, watch what happens. Now I can go over into the spells, get up to Firebolt. Firebolt, there it is right there. Whoops, looks like I went to the second one. There we go. And I can come up and I can modify the this piece right here. Like that, and I can even put formatting in here, like this. And I hit enter on that to save it, or to commit it, and then go into File, Download, hit C for comment separated. Oops, in the wrong folder. Let's get the right folder up here, which is right there. Go back to spells. All right, one more time. So it's Alt F D C, and then now this one will replace it. Fine, I'll replace it. If I replace it, is this going to update? I'm not sure if it is. Doesn't look like it. Let's do it one more time, though, and do a normal one. We already have the folder. And now, look, it says I want to name it spells 2. Right there. And I'm going to say go ahead. And this is where the code kicks in. It sees if there's a new spells file out there, and now it's going to update it. Now. Whoa, 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 watch it. You're flying low, Michael.
Michael Jolly is in the house.
Oh, boom. That's what you get. System Watcher didn't work. I hate it when this happens. This happens during a demo. Where's my event handler on this? Spells updated. What's it working? What's it going on here? Let's try again. Alt FTC. There's our spells 2. Display spells data file. Huh. Looks like it's working. Why isn't it updating on screen? Reload spells timer. Oh yeah, because this happens a couple times. And I needed to check for new spells. Boom. Set a breakpoint here. Check for new spells. Whoops. I just hit run. I wanted to stop there. All right, let's try one more time. Alt FTC. Anyway, I was using this to edit some of the spells so I could very quickly see what would the update and get it, see it there. Now we should see the breakpoint in the code. No? Oh yeah, we're there. All right, great. Okay, let's see what we're doing here. If new spell name contains, spell data file name, there we got it. If file does not exist, delete that one, move from this to that. Okay, so we've done that. So now we've essentially renamed it. Now we're going to go in here. Whoops. And selected item is null. Oh, I know why. I got to be on the all spells page. That's why it's not doing it. All right, let's go back over.
Nice function name.
Which one? Check for new spells. All right, let's go. I'll show it to you here. Here we go. Now we go to Firebolt. If this page is open and active, that's when it'll do it. Where's Firebolt? Oh, wow, look at this. What has happened? Did I copy this into the wrong place? Oh my gosh, I did. Okay, Firebolt, one more time. Download. CSV. Save. All right. If the page is up, now is it going to update? Not updating. Let's bring it up from here now. There it is, Firebolt. I'm determined to make this demo work. Whoa! I'm not even seeing the whopping one we just added. Did I? Because I undid it. Is that what happened? Yeah, there we go. Okay, one more time. Here's the demo, kids. Pretend you saw nothing before. Boom. Alt FTC. Save. And now watch it update right over there. Look at that. Isn't that sweet? Just to speed up that edit, compile, test cycle. Ooh, I just realized I've added a new field here, role type, and I wasn't going to actually save this, but apparently did not break things. So that's good. I added a new column, and I was going to deal with this later for the role type. All right, and then we just fix it again. So there's Firebolt. So yeah, this looks. I think I showed this before, but this looks really, really good. The spell. Hold on. Where's this? I want to move this to another monitor. These spells look better on a darker background, but you can see these are some of the D&D spells. I'm really happy with this. right? Flame arrows gives you 12 pieces of ammunition. See the 12 underlined? But if I cast it at slot level 4, we now see it's upcast to slot 4, and it gives you 14. So all the hard work is done and figured out for you. There we go, slot level 8, slot level 9, I get 24 pieces of ammunition, right? It looks good. Even does things like, what? Trying to think here of some ones that affect, I think there's conjure animals.
It compiles. Let's ship it!
Yeah, we can do that, Michael. Yeah, I love the tables. The tables turned out great. There's one I was going to show to really show how cool this is. Oh, I know how you can do it. I can search for it over here. One of the things that I've got here is, notice this reference page here, which shows me, hold on, let's hide the scroll so you can see it. It gives me just a reminder of the things I can use in my strings to have different things appear, including creature or creatures, right, based on ammo count. So what I can do is I can construct grammatically correct sentences based on numbers. So let's look for creatures. Here we go. What is this? Banishment. All right, so let's look at the banishment spell. Banishment. I think I have to show the scroll again. Why am I not seeing it? Did I turn it off on this page? I did. I turned off the overlay on this page. I'm going to reinitialize that data, player data. I'll bring up banishment to tell you what I'm...
Red. Booty shaker.
All right, here's banishment. And notice how it says one creature up at the top. When I cast at a higher level, it changes to 2 creatures. So 1 creature, 2 creatures. And that's all done, you know, using actually a kind of a crazy amount of things that are going on here, right? Plural is a function that I cranked out over the weekend in about 30 seconds to make this whole thing work. Look at this, it was awesome. Plural. That's it. That's all the code I wrote here. That's basically just get arg. If the value of the first one is 1, use the first argument. Otherwise, use the second argument right there. And that's all that's happening here. And that's just using our expression engine right here. So our expression engine is letting us have really sophisticated descriptions. So, kind of cool. Oh yeah, this one's a great one. What is this? After elemental weapon. Here's another great example of it. Enhance ability. Yeah. Take a look at enhance ability. Let's close that down. Bring up enhance ability. So now, at slot 2, you touch 1 creature and bestow upon it a magical enhancement. At slot 3, you touch 2 creatures and bestow upon them a magical enhancement. So it's very cool. Anyway, let's hide the scroll. So that's what I did over the weekend. And that was so the cool thing there is we can make changes, see them very quickly, that sort of thing. I just realized, you know, what is that? What's the command for that smoke? I got to scroll back up and see what that is. So much violence on this stream, Michael. I missed that. What is it? I'm scrolling through the... It's not test close. It's test something, I think. Test smoke. All right. I want to go move that over. See if we can find smoke in here. 0. Let's just look for smoke without. There we go. That's what I'm looking for right there. Spark smoke. Add. That's screen center in X. Doesn't make sense. Wait, that's not the same. Is it really test smoke? Let's double check that. I thought test smoke did something else. Yeah, test smoke does that thing over there. That's not the one I want. What does that? All right. Spark smoke. Smoke. Yeah, they're not sprites. That's not what I want. It's not test smoke. It's an emitter that we've got. Is this the drone game that we're drawing this on? I thought we were drawing it on another layer. Let's see what other finds we had in here. Dice layer, no, a bunch of stuff. There's a bunch of smoke in the dice layer. Build smoke? We have the same command in 2 different places. Maybe it is. Oh. It is. It's just the same command is going in 2 places. Okay, so let's kind of move this around here. Build smoke. What's that about? Center X. Let's make it plus, I don't know. Let's make it about 170. And that's the Dragon Back game. Let's refresh that. And now try it. Interesting we had test smoke in 2 different places. That's why. Okay. It's getting closer. Let's refresh it. All right, let's go to 280. Seems like my sense of pixels is not as good as you'd think it would be after all this time working with pixels. All right, I like that. That's not bad. What's that other one though? So where are we at? We're at screen center plus 280. I want to just take these, copy those to the clipboard. I want to go back over to where we were before and put those right here and here. That's in our drone game. It's going to put it right here in front of me. The drones are, with the drone games in front of me. It's behind me on this page, but on other pages it's in front of me. Let's rename it. Refresh it. Here comes the drone game refresh. Say goodbye to your drones, kids. And goodbye to the music for a second. All right, boom. Let's get the music back. And let's do test smoke again. I did not see it, but it could have been reloading. It could be that delay loading. The load on demand, I mean, of the assets. Yeah, there it is. You can just see it coming up at the white background. I think you'll see it a little bit better. Boom. It's kind of fun. All right. Test poop is over there. I think you can change the color of that, Geniscu 7, by putting in a, if I recall correctly, test poof like 120. After that, yeah, you can change the hue. Cycle it through 360 degrees by adding a number to the end of that. So 120s in the greens, 220s in the blues, 330s is in the purples. So like test poof, maybe 290 is going to be a dark bluish purple. Kind of magenta. I like the particle smoke, makes it look like a bubbling cauldron of thought. Yeah, Hugo, well, yeah, I think Will Bennett was the first one to use it when I was like really focused and concentrating, and I think it's kind of fun. So by all means, let's have that thing going. It's fun, isn't it? Yeah, we built that thing on this show. Well, let's move the blood over too. Where's the blood? Wait, is that's on the Dragon Back game, the blood? Test blood emitter. Weird that I've got it in here in this clear. That's weird. Oh, because it's starting a new emitter will kill any others. That's what's going on. Let's test the blood emitter. Let's move that over so it's a little bit under me here instead of over there. What were we at? Screen Y, screen center X plus 280 and 1080 there. Just to refresh on the, what are we in? The front game. Dragon front overlay. Good. Properties, refresh, cache. And now come over here and say test blood. There we go. That's a little more fun. I like it. Nice. Also done with our particle system. Where's my Dragon Back game? Is that up here still? Hey, Sex Positive, how you doing?
You're not supposed to. I feel so exposed.
You're definitely exposed.
People aren't supposed to know I'm here.
No, well, okay. We'll be very quiet. You're gonna actually stick your head up here? Hold on. She's coming in. She's coming in. Look out. She's coming in. What is this? Stop it. That is really not a professional thing to do on my show. She's coming in. All right, she's out. That was a close one. All right. What's going on? Can you stop? Sticking her hand between my monitors. We're professional. Her? Says Hugo Doll. Here, we're professional here. All right.
Don't mess with me, Hugo.
Don't mess with me, Hugo,
No
she says.
mood for you, Hugo.
She's in no mood. Yeah, that was sex positive, says Surly Dev. Ask Surly Dev. When I say it was, yeah, that was sex positive. Surly Dev's in 90 hours into an extended fast.
Wow. I'm like 3 hours in and I'm hungry.
Yeah, I know. I'm about 2 hours into it in my extended fast. Copper Beardy says hi, Karen.
Hi, Copper Beardy.
Yeah, he's at 91 hours, 10 minutes. And he says he gets giddy about day 3 or 4.
Well, if he's counting it down to minutes, then feeling, yeah.
Yeah.
He's
He's got an app that shows him what's going on. Yeah, cover beauty can fast for about 2 minutes.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I am.
While
Yeah.
I forget to eat.
Yeah, kids, you see what's going on here? I got snacks right here on my desk, always at reach.
You eat all the time. Do they know how much you eat?
I eat all the time. I do. Yeah. You're coming in again?
I'm telling everybody how much you eat.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, first of all,
This is not awkward at all. Not, oh my God, she just spilled this in my lap. Good thing I had it covered. Yeah.
Mark Miller eats constantly. He eats 24 hours a day. He can't get through the show without a snack nearby. And like if we go on vacation, he has to stop and eat every like 2 hours. And in between is eating snacks.
Yeah,
while
we were
driving.
We were at a buffet once, and I was stuffing butter packets in my pockets.
Yeah, and he puts butter in
because
his
I was
pockets.
so desperate
and
for
then
food.
He like slams them like an alcoholic doing shots, like
Yeah.
while nobody's looking.
Yeah.
But they're butter packets.
Hugo said, fortunately, she popped up from behind the chair. Yeah, it's a family show, kids.
There's no room in front of the chair.
Come on.
There's no room to pop up this. If you guys don't know this, but you've written a blog on this, but this desk is insane.
Don't make a clip of this, Pudding. Don't make a clip. I'm trying to give you a professional show. Come on.
I think I look. This is like a really weird puppet show. Like it's like an Avenue Q kind of.
A little bit. Surly Dev says he's got more fat reserves than I do.
Most people do.
Yeah.
Most people do, but I don't suggest you fast at all.
Oh yeah, Surly Dev says he's seen the blog post for the Mark desk build.
It's insane.
Jessica said, we're clipping this. That's it. We're clipping.
What you guys can't see though is when you approach the desk situation or like this throne and the box and whatever from the back, his daughter has decorated it with sparkles and tissue paper and Mardi Gras beads.
It's true.
And it's
I don't know if I can bring any of that up here to the front or not. I can separate a little bit of the artwork. Here's what it looks like on the back of my monitor desk. How do I stash butter packets without melting your pockets? I stashed them.
Rubber-lined pockets.
No, it's not.
Rubber-lined pockets.
No, I just took them up to the hotel room and kept them there in the fridge so I'd have some later.
It's
Packed.
gross. How many bags of macadamia nuts do you eat like a week?
Macadamia nuts?
Yeah.
No, just like one.
No, that's
big
a lie.
bag.
That's a lie. That's a lie. Macadamia nuts are like his constant fuel.
I have about 1 to 2 pounds a week is what I eat.
Yeah, it's like insane. And we live in Costa Rica, so we can't get macadamia nuts for real. Really? I mean, we can actually, but like a 5-hour drive away or something like that. So you should do that's what you should do. You should do like a Kickstarter campaign to keep you in macadamia nuts for the rest of your life.
Okay, or I could just do the show. This could stop being the Karen and Mark show, which might become like the Karen show. I have a feeling.
I don't think so because there's no room for anyone to sit with you at this desk. I'm out.
All right, you're outie. All right, she's out. Everybody say goodbye to Karen. Bye, Karen. Thanks for showing. Mark eats constantly. The clip has been made. Great. All right. The blog post for my desk build is up here. So if you want to see, Overkill Productions in physical form, it's here. Talking about the desk. This is the desk I'm sitting at right here. Right there. In fact, look at how crazy I am. I'm like, oh, wait, where is it? I'm like, here to help you better visualize it, I'll animate it for you. Yeah. Anyway, that's essentially it. I've got a new place in Costa Rica we're kind of building up here, and I'll be moving to. And I'll have to tear down the desk and set it up one more time. So kind of interested in that. But one of the things that I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the walls green. So right now, my green screen is just like about this big. So you see how things fade out. But if I get this whole thing really big and I can get the camera further away, they're both tricky things to do. But what happens now is I would have the ability to reach all the way across, or reach all the way up without having to fade out like I currently am, which is kind of cool. I like that ability. It's a little bit more like InstaFluff and how he streams. So, interested in that. Not again. No, not again.
In the house.
She's in. We saw her for real, and yeah, that's right. Right now I'm sharing my office with one of the kids in the kids' room. It's true. It used to be in the bedroom, and then Sex Positive was like, oh no, how did she get two?
In the house.
How'd she get two fanfares? We got to look into that. It's cool intro, says Pudding. Yeah, it's not bad. That's Karen taking out the man, the status quo, the dominant paradigm. It's her taking him out. Nobody's calling you fat. We're just. Wait, the macadamia nut comment? Hold on. The P-guy said had too many macadamia nuts. Michael Jolly is in trouble. I've never seen a moment in time where Michael Jolly was in more trouble than me until now. Every time by default, I'm just in more trouble than you are, Michael Jolly. All right. We going to get some work done today, kids? What do we got to do? I want to try and solve this problem right here. The role complete. So how am I doing that? Let's first look at how we're showing that data inside our app. Let's see, what are we looking in for? We're looking for something with events in it. Events here. So this is bound. This is where we've got it. This is the text block. Here's where we need to make the change. We need to make it bold, bound to whatever we're binding this thing, list events to. Its elements. So let's go look at list events. Search for that in here. Actually, faster to put the caret here in tab key. All right. Here it is, group events. That's of type event data. And now what we need is a Boolean here that is going to, I'll just put a marker here since it's not letting me change it now. That's going to be true if the event has code. Yeah, the event has code. I'm going to close down because I want to make some changes. So let's do that. Like that. That's my Boolean. So now, over here, I got to make this thing bold, and I think I got to do this with a trigger, is what I think. How do I make it bold based on a binding? That's the question I need to ask. Michael Jolly says, I think we need more segments with sex positive, maybe behind the scenes. Oh, Michael was just saying the peacock seemed a little gassy, Karen. Oh, she's further away in the house. I just heard her go, what? Michael Jolly was just saying the peacock seemed a little gassy. All right. Check, 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 check. She's gone for a nap, Michael Jolly, but she's not a nap person. Copper Beauty says, I've been sat here 20 minutes waiting for the oven to heat up and never turned it on at the wall. Yeah, but I wouldn't want to accuse sex positive of eating carbs. Yeah, you wouldn't want to do that. You definitely wouldn't want to do that. Yeah. Not gassy, fabulous. Yeah, it's easy to confuse those two, right? You both make spontaneous sounds, right? If you're gassy or if you're fabulous. Like, woo! I've never seen so many people asking for a mass murder. What are we talking about? I don't know what to mass murder. That's because you're a developer, Copperbeardy. It's a hardware problem. It is. Software is good. Just comment on the flatus aimed at Mark's head in the fanfare. Oh, right. That one definitely seems gassy. I thought it was the other one. Yeah, I don't think it was necessarily. I think that was like musk or something. I'm not sure what that is. She's praying. I just don't yell that I created it. I still don't know what it is. I'm just saying, it's like I always have to wave it away. It's like love juice or something. Trying to make me fall in love with you. Right? She's typing it in. Marking your territory. That's what I'm talking about. She's coming in marking her territory. Change individual items to bold. Font weight. Int to font weight. Converter. What's this path equals position? The font weight. What's the position? I don't even get that. Oh, I'm sorry. It's part of this whole piece of the binding is there. Okay. But I'm still not getting position. Hold on. Converter is there. Oh, position is probably they're basing the bold normal on. Okay, what's going on here? Value is 1. Okay. Okay, I think we can fix it like this. Michael! You are in more trouble than me. Come on, this is a family show, buddy. I say this all the time. Yeah, we're going to believe so. We need a clip to confirm. We're not clipping. We are not clipping. I didn't say that. I didn't say those words. All right. Pretty sure I didn't. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. I'm in trouble. You're watching my last show, kids. I think this is going to be it. The powers that be will shut me down. All right, what do we got? We're going to say font weight. Oh, wait. What's going on here? That's weird. The comment right before. Huh. I don't know what was going on with that. Okay, so font weight. So this is going to be event has code. And then we're going to say a bool to font weight converter. Sweet. I think that can work. Yeah, I can't do that. I'm a live coder, guys. I need to keep this, everything's family show on this thing. However, if you don't want a family show, hold on, what's going on here? That's okay. We're good. You can go out to twitch.tv/DragonHumpers. That show is going, that's what we're doing most of this coding for. Yeah. And you can follow right now. When we go live, we haven't gone live yet, but when we do, you're going to see Dungeons & Dragons using all the tools from here, and it'll be more mature or more immature. All right, let's create that bool to font weight converter. I'm going to throw it maybe, this is down the core. I don't want that in the core. I'm popping it up here. So I'm just going to throw, this is where I want to put it. And let's go get the sample code, and we'll work that. And then the other tricky thing we have to do is we have to actually answer the question, is there an event behind it? And we have to use, excuse me, we have to use reflection to answer that question. So, okay, let's get rid of this region. Oh my gosh, did my region? Interesting. My region colors looks like they've changed. There's my, whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Into font weight converter. Uh-oh. There seems, seriously? Surly. It's over. They're going to be like, Mark, you can't do this show. You can't do this anymore. You said love juice. Said it again. Yeah. Should have clipped him protesting about us clipping him saying rude things. Yeah, but you didn't, sucker. Because that's... Did I just say that, sucker? I can't say sucker. Ah! All right. Let's go in here. So if this is going to be now bool, if bool of value, if it's true, then we're going to say bold. And if it's otherwise, we're going to say that. And convert back, not doing anything. Okay, cool. Let's take this class, move type to file. I feel like this should be public. How's it going to find it if it's not public? Well, it's internal. Actually, I guess it can find it. I guess it should be reasonable. Do we get this or not? Does it go away? Can I drill in? All right. Let's make it public. And let's see if that now chills out. Can I drill in? I still can't drill in. Interesting. Can I use CodeRushed if I select it? Yeah, CodeRushed can get me there. Huh. Bool to font weight could not be resolved. What do I got to do? Do I got to build it? I got to build it maybe. In which case I bet the public I can take away and it'll default to internal and it'll still work. We are just finished. Build succeeded. What do I got to do? I thought it was enough to just create it. What if I run it? Did it go away on the run? I think we didn't have a problem and we were okay. All right. Now let's figure out how to fix that. What's that? Event data? Is that what it was? Okay. I say when we build these, known events, So let's see what happens. So I get a breakpoint here when I change players. I guess I initialize player data. Let's do that first. Oh, we got a breakpoint. So we got a player. And then we're going to get the features. Yeah, I think we need... I think we need some code here to set this up. Oh, okay. Thanks, Pudding. All right, so I want to, whoops, I didn't want to rename. I did not want to extract that. Hold on. I just want to, I want to say check for code. Holy cow, check for code. And I want to pass in the feature. And I want to pass in the events. And I got to do the same thing down there. So we're basically going to reuse this kind of this set of known events, but we're going to, before we reuse them, we're going to go set that Boolean property based on what we're passing to it. But we need to pass an instance. So that means I need to come into all spells, do a get by that spell name, because known spell here is not an actual spell. It's kind of a wrapper holder for the details we need to know about that spell. But the actual data, including the events, is in the spell. So I need to get that spell. Whoops. You did not sticker the landing. All right, guys. I'm getting better. I mean, this is my... Now, then we're going to pass in the spell. Then we're going to declare this. We're going to change this to some instance. And check for code. Known events is, wait, what? The known events is a set of strings? Shoot. That's not what I want. Okay, hold on. I need to pass the instance in. Hold on. I need to pass the instance in here. So let's kill that. Let's kill check for code here. Kill it there. And we're going to, we'll add a new parameter. So we'll throw it in here as a new parameter. That's going to be the feature we're going to pass in there. And here we're going to pass in the spell. And here we're going to change this to object, and we're going to call this, and guess who can't add a parameter while he's running? It's me. We're going to call this instance. And then, hold on. We create these each time, sweet. So we're not going to reuse them. That's awesome. Okay, so, but now we need to check to see if where did I last get these? Where was I? Where's my code? Where I was, I think it was over here. Here we go. This is what we're looking at. Okay, so now we need to come in here. We need to say instance get type, get property of the name, no, of the event name, get value, and then we need to say if value is string and value stir, and oh, the close isn't working. Let's get that because we'll just start that and re-overlay, do it. Yeah, close isn't working because I shut the app down and I did never initialize the data. So the test close doesn't work unless I initialize that, I think. If it's not null or white space, value stir, then we're going to say event data dot event has code equals true. Let's change it to just has code. See if we can tab through that, including, I'm expecting, oh, interesting, we did not hit the XAML. Oh, yeah, I guess that would probably make sense. All right, so we got has code here. What's my error? Still cannot be resolved. Weird. The resource could not be resolved. Do I have to do something else for this? Pop it up at the top? I do, don't I? Okay, hold on a second. Let's figure that out. Wonder if we have any examples of that. Drones aren't working? Are the drones really not working? They're really not working. Is it because I'm at a breakpoint or no, I'm not at a breakpoint? All right, let's do it. I'm going to refresh the drone game. Lose our music. Not working. So that means our overlays need to close down. Somehow we lost we lost signal R, it looks like. All right, let's go start up the overlays again. Refresh the drone game after we do that. Try it now, refreshing. There's some music. So you should be able to fly the drones. Okay. So add the namespace is what it looks like I have to do, maybe. And I closed down every instance of Chrome, so I've got to go bring that back up again. I feel like that should already be there and part of this. Is it there and I just need to... It's local? Is that what I need to do? Is it this dot? Is that how I do it? How do I do it? What do I do? Oh, I got to do the key. I got to put the key up is what I got to do. Okay. So that's going to go up. Got it. Okay. All right, feeling a little bit better about it. Okay, that's the fix, I think. Come on, now you should be able to get it. In the past, they called him Jonah 0XFF. In a galaxy far, far away, they called him OB0001 Kenobi. In the present, they call him the last guy to touch the code before the servers crashed. They say I've been horrified by the lack of civility in the first part of this show. I must say I've been horrified by the lack of civility in the first part of the show. Where's the hall monitor, Rory? Yeah, you're right. McDonald's has a sale on chicken nuggets. Hugo Doll. I hope they will go well with pudding. Surly Deb will back me up on that. Good to have you with us, Will. Thanks for showing up. Oh, look, it got fixed. Okay, that's good. Where was I? I was over in this space right here. Yeah, so if it's... We're using reflection to figure out if the event is set. I think we can run it. Let's see what happens. This whole thing might just work. Shows player data. Do I step in or just run it? Uh-oh. Oh, what's the name? Thunderstep. That means it couldn't find the Thunderstep spell? Is Thunderstep not in my spell book? That might be the case. I don't know. Let's go check it. Nope. I do not have Thunderstep. Alright. So let's do a... I want to fix that, actually, is what I want to do. Let's go find Thunderstep. Here, let's go here, maybe. Okay. All right, it is level 3. The school is conjuration. It is not a ritual. Casting time is 1 action. The range is 90 feet. Duration, instantaneous. So these are all the events. Wait, this is not even the official description. Hold on. Let's find a better description. Okay, here we go. Better description. Higher levels. Damage increased by 1 d10. Alright. So we'll come in here. There's the description. The damage increases by 1 d10. So here's where we need... let me bring up the reference in a separate sheet here. Put this over here. Here's where we need the reference over here. So instead of 3d10, we need this right here. And that's going to have that calculated die string showing up right there. Okay, thunder damage. I also want thunder damage to be bolded. I want 10 feet to be bolded. 5 feet to be bolded. One willing creature. I think that's pretty good. All right, so let's go back over here and look at this whole thing. Ammo count, 1. No, oh wait, there is a bonus threshold. The bonus, level 4 or higher, so the bonus threshold is 3. And the bonus per level is 1d10. And that's of type damage. Sex Positive, you taking care of the folks in the chat room?
What am I doing?
Are you taking care of the folks in the chat room?
I'm being nice. You think I'm not being nice?
No.
I'm super nice.
I think you're being nice. I just want to just make sure everybody's being taken care of.
All right. I said welcome.
She's like, I said welcome. There's no bonus max on that. The dice string, this is what we're rolling, is 3d10 thunder. Like that. Is there a saving throw? There's no, oh yes. Constitution. Okay, components, just V. So, no, and then true for verbal. Components description, nothing. And the class is sorcerer, warlock, and wizard. What is it? Level 3. Sweet, and I think that's it for all the data we need. Okay, so there it is. So let's save that. This time, since we're not running, I've got to override it. Okay, back to the code.
Back to the code.
With that said, I kind of also want to do that. Sorry, if instance is not null. Okay. All right. Let's run it now and see what happens. Okay, initializing player data. To test this on the stream, let's test it on the stream. Let's refresh the stream. Initialize player data one more time. Okay. Debug. Let's go to Merkin.
Bushwhacker.
Nice. That's what we wanted to do. So now I can see I've got events for uncast, uncasting, and dispel, but nothing for the others. I think I want this to bubble up. I want Melf's minute meteors to also be bolded if it has events. So, how can we do that? Well, we're going to have to add a property. Can we do this all during edit and continue? I think we might be able to now with edit and continue. So let's set a breakpoint here. And let's trigger that breakpoint by changing characters here.
Eva.
Oh, it's only on creation. Okay, let's try that. There's our breakpoint. And actually, let's run a second. Hold on. Let's clear my breakpoint. I want to run and I want to get rid of the scroll bar, the scroll here. There we go. Now set the breakpoint, initialize player data. Okay, so I think we want something similar up here for event group. I think we want a property called has code, like that. And we want to be able to set it as well. And so we're going to come in here and we're just going to just piggyback inside of this bit right here. From here to here. So CodeRushed, I just select both lines, hit the B character, and there it puts them inside of the braces. And so now event group is going to have code. I'm going to run it. I think I want to go over to, before I run it, I want to go to the XAML. And I want to do something kind of similar to this. For known spells, what are we connecting to known spells? Just an event group. So each event group is going to be a spell. Each spell is going to have a group of events associated with it. All right, so we don't need a checkbox for this. But I think I do want to indicate if any of its children have breakpoints. Is what I think I want to do. And for now, I'm going to make that just not true. Like that. The binding is the name of the group. Is that right? Does event group have a name? It does. Okay, cool. And the font weight is going to go if it has code. I think that's all I have to do. Is that going to work? Wouldn't that be sweet if it did? So let's see. Switch over to Merkin.
Bushwhacker.
Oh my gosh, look at that, kids. Much better. That's nice. All with edit and continue. So now it shows me what I need to work on, right? As I'm kind of going through and looking at these and who's got spells and what they do. Nice. Let's do the same thing. Okay, wait. Why isn't this working? Maybe that was something else. Hold on. Let's go back to Fred.
Fred.
Nice. I want to do the same thing here for the features. Is that all I have to do? I think that might be all I have to do. Wow. Every one of these has events. Okay, cool. All right. Next, we have to figure out debugging. Also, I think I need to set a maximum height on this too. And maybe change. I got to make some decisions here in terms of UI on this. What am I going to do? I think we need scroll bars on this and max height. Practicon is now following. Thanks for the follow, Practicon. Glad you're with us. How's your day going? I know this stream is pretty much one, but you should put on a clinic of how much you can do with Edit and Continue. Like you've mentioned, pretty sure the folks at Microsoft would learn 1 or 2 things at least. That might be a good idea. I just have to think about all of them because I basically know a bunch of hacks for Edit and Continue, but they only come to me when I need them. I would be really bad at science tests with mice going through a maze and how much I just mess with them, says Hugo. Okay. I accept that. So let's set some limits over here. I keep switching it up on Surly Dev. I see. Changing the gamers around. We can define more games. You accept mouse abuse? Do I accept it? Uh-oh.
Yeah, he's like, I'd mess with the mice in the maze, and you're like, I accept that.
I think messing with the mice by changing the walls around, I think it might be, a lot of people might think that's not quite abuse.
It's abusive.
This may be why you call me an abusive husband, because all I'm doing is just changing the walls around. And that's, right? Do you think about that?
I wish you changed the walls around. I wish you did something so awesome and useful.
Oh, man. There should be a roulette game where you gamble the coins you collect. Fred is liking the stream. Fred is not here right now. Fred, you want to show up? How you doing, buddy? Or let's see, are we...
Maybe you changed the walls on him and he doesn't know how to find his way back.
Maybe. Fred's liking the stream. Fred says yes. He's happy with it. All right, Fred, what do we do next, buddy? All right. Fred says he doesn't know. I think we need to get breakpoints because the whole point of this was to prove that we could get a breakpoint. And that question is, how am I going to... I need the UI for it. I needed the UI. Let's see. I was on my way to getting scroll bars here. Let's get some scroll bars at least on this thing. The list box. So we're going to say max width. Got a nice template here called MW, I think, for setting max width. Is that right? Oh, I got to give it a number at the end. Nope, MW is min, MXW. And then we'll follow it up with, like, I don't know, 800. And let's see, those are my, oops, that's my features. I don't want that to be my, I'm not having the problem here. I'm having the problem here. Is this right? No, here in my code. This is my problem area right here. Okay. So better. What's going on here though? In other words, this pretty sure is not the end of the line. But my scroll bar doesn't... Oh, I see what's happening. The max width is exceeding the edge of the container that it's inside of. Tab item. Can I set width to auto? Will that work? No. Apparently not. Or maybe it will work, but the problem is my parent item, whatever it is. My parent tab control width is 984. Oh man, I don't know how to solve this problem. Does it make this auto as well? I guess I could do that. I'm getting nervous though. What happens with that? Yeah, now, but the problem is it's off screen. I don't want another scroll bar here. Well, I could do this. Is this going to work now? There we go. I guess I can live with it. It's a little bit of adjustment if I'm working in this space, but I'm okay with that. And I think we need a max height as well. Let's make it 800. Okay, better. Fred, should I end my fast tonight? He's thinking about it, I think. Mr. Roger says, hello, nice work. Hello, Mr. Roger. Okay, so now we've got this, our code fitting on screen. All right, so I'm gonna stay with the list box for now. We can't really edit it. I can edit one line at a time, I suppose, but it's not really conducive for editing. One of the UI decisions I'm essentially faced with in this moment is, do I switch immediately from a list box to a text box? It's, I think, going to be harder for setting breakpoints, and we're going to have to do some custom drawing of text, and I'm not sure I want to get into that. So I think I want to be able to just set a breakpoint right now is what I want to be able to do. And so to do that, I think I can fix this, make this a little bit easier to do that. So let's go do that. Also, I think I want to get rid of these checkboxes and turn them into something that draws a circle if it's checked. And I bet I can find something on the internet that can tell me how to do that a little faster than if I try to figure it out myself. WPF custom checkbox. I've done this before. I've seen it. Trigger. Whoops. Kind of fun. At least an hour and a half from getting home. Sex positive.
Don't scroll up too much.
She said don't scroll up too much? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Really? I think I'm scrolling up right now. Snag a bag of crisps from the break room or some tea and biscuits, says Hugo. 108 would be a cool number, but don't listen to me. It would be. Pudding. Food is important. Push on till 9:30 a.m. tomorrow. Yeah. I don't think I could do that. 100's a weird number, Pudding. That would be about 1 a.m. for me. Pyrocat. Pyrocat, your fanfare is going to be done on Tuesday. Just FYI. It is so close and so over the top. I got a call from Jerry Bruckheimer. asking if he could put your fanfare in one of his, release it as one of his own movies. I said no. That might not have actually happened. Might aim for 5 a.m. Yeah, see how you feel. Okay, I'll remember to skip Tuesday, says Paracat. Oh, fine. If you skip it, we won't see it. It only comes when you show up. It's going to be, and now you could do this, though, by the way, Pyrocat. I'm not sure if you know this. Once you have a fanfare, if you want to start a show without your fanfare, you start your first chat message with an open bracket. Whoa! Whoa! The jet just flew in. Jet's in the house. Yeah. Just like those two that you saw right there. Well played. James Cameron thinks he is Overkill Productions. Wait, who's the he in this? Me?
No, James Cameron thinks that he's Overkill because he hasn't met you.
Oh, yeah, he thinks he's Overkill Productions. That's right, James Cameron.
He thinks is in caps.
No, you're right. I just misread it. You got it. I didn't. Yeah, Jessim says like this. Whoops, it's the other one. He said to cool it on the CG. Says James Cameron. Yeah. What am I doing here? I'm looking for, I forget how to do this. I'm looking for something simpler. That's what I'm looking for. Where do we have this? We created something like this. I think it was in our D&D UI folder. User controls. Rechargeable boxes. And we use a trigger. Okay. That's what we're looking for. This is what we're looking for. Something like this. All right, sweet. So let's go make that work. Do something similar. I think there's another property called key or something. I can't do this, I bet, while I'm... what's my problem? This change not supported by... what do they call the feature? Hot Reload. XAML Hot Reload, kids. That's the name of the feature. All right, let's close down. And we'll work our way through this here. There's a key, I think, property, isn't there? Key equals. We're going to call this breakpoint. The way Mark reads the back chat makes our conversations much more interesting. Makes sense to Mark. Backwards. So they write our messages that we will... I keep forgetting that we need to write our messages backwards so they make sense to Mark. That's awesome, Surly Deb. XAML Hot Reload. Hot Reload is hot, says Coding Gorilla. Yeah, it's hot. All right, so here we go. Key is breakpoint. Now, what's it going to look like? It's not going to have the rectangles in it, I think. It's going to have just an ellipse. Like that. And I'm okay with the fill being red. So it's going to have nothing. Or, wait. Let's do one. Maybe. Let's do an ellipse. Oh. No. That guy, he's reckless with his flying every time. Frackberg's here. Welcome, Frackberg. Yeah, one Titanic fanfare. If you want overkill, you should have the fanfare characters battle each other based on who comes in last, or if someone enters during another's fanfare. Fanfare characters battle. Well, that's kind of fun. Peacock wins. Yeah, I actually want something very similar for Dungeons and Dragons games. We have these battles that occur, contests. So I might want to convince another character of something. And so I will roll my persuasion skill check against that character's perception skill check. And when that happens, I want to have pictures of the characters coming from the sides, slamming in like boom, boom, you know, arms crossed, kind of like a heavyweight battle or something like that. So something like that. Rap battle. Okay, we could do rap battle. Sounds convoluted, says Pyrocat. Just wait till you see your fanfare, Pyrocat. Yeah, that's convoluted. All right. No, I think you'll like it. Hopefully you like it. I love it. I'm loving it so far. It's going to be good. All right, so we've got a fill, and we've got another one. I want the stroke to be just a little more visible. I'm not sure I'm buying this in terms of visibility here. Let's make it down here. I want it to be like that. And then we're going to say check fill box is visible. Is false if it's checked. All right, good. Now I think I can go down to my, with that I can go down to my check boxes, which we don't have any of yet. Let's go down to events. See if we can scroll this up. Maybe put one in here. See how this works here. Checkbox. And then what is it? Class? It's not key, is it? Style equals breakpoint. Does that work? Is checked equals true. No, but it's not style. What is it? It's, I forget how to do that. We have it in our other example code though. We can go bring that up. Chargeable boxes, is it already open? Boy has no concept of minimalism. Nope, it's not open. All right, here we go. Oh, I didn't specify the style here though. Okay, hold on a second. Resource by key, I just gotta look that up. WPF control, use resource by key. No, that's not what I want. That's it. Okay. All right. Apologies. I feel like I should have known that. All right. So go back over to here. That's it. Nice. There's our breakpoint. I like it. Cool. So now what we have to do is we have to do this in code. So we'll have to figure that part out. So funny, I just did all that and then now realized, oops, we got to do that in code. So where are we creating those checkboxes? Oh wait, we are. I say we have to do it in code, but we don't. We're actually creating them right here. There we go. That's what we want here. Oops, forgot my quote. I'll take a look at the chat room in a second. I know I'm a little bit behind here. That one there, there's my breakpoint. List events, list known spells. And here we go. I want to create a second style called mismatched breakpoint, which is going to be if I've got, you know, maybe something in the children, but not all of the children. So I do that same thing here, and only down in events are we going to use this breakpoint style. Okay, so now go back up over here, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to duplicate it. And we're going to call it mismatch breakpoint. And the only thing I'm going to change is the color right here. I'm going to make it like this. And let's see what that looks like when we run it. Then again, I don't understand what the rules, D&D rules are, or how to play. I'm just here for the awesome beard and fun. Okay, Pyrocat. Going to have to make sure to be here to see the new fanfare. It's like the opening night of a latest blockbuster. Well, Bennett, or when the regulars are all in, have a pose like Avengers or Super Friends or All in the House. Yeah, I'm feeling it, Will. That would be awesome, says Coding Gorilla. That's not saying much. Jetsam Blockbuster is defunct. Minimalism, sex positive, more like subdued, subtle, or understated. He needs to do a fanfare for you, Coding Gorilla. It's on my list. So when you leave Jetsam, is that a flyby? Indeed it is. Peacock in front. All right, let's see what we got. Initialize player data. Hey, Karen.
Yeah.
Do you want a date today? Do you want a lunch date?
What do you got for me? What are you bringing to the table?
I want to bring to you. I'll take you out to a restaurant. Would you like that?
I need more.
You need more?
I need more.
Wow. Wow. I'm just saying lunch date. That's all. All right, let's see what we got. Merkin over here. Let's switch over to debug. Oh, look, it's too high. We got to drop the size. But now when we check it, okay, not bad. So these are darker. And the events themselves, like on cast, that's red. And so now when I do on cast, though, we should now see this one go bold. And this one as well. Well, no, not that one. Whichever one we have selected, it should be bolded. Like we should bubble up is what we want to do. So if I do this, Dragon's Breath should now turn kind of a grayish color there. Let's go into our, let's change this right here. We're going to change height and width to, let's drop everything down by 4. Maybe make the inside one 10 instead. 10. So now I'm going to grab that and just come down here and replace the same bit down here. Like that. Oops. I want to keep my color. Like that. Then I want to bubble up the... So when I change this here or here, it bubbles it up. And let's see if we can do that. It's going to be in event data. Thought I had event data. I'm in the wrong solution. I am. Lunch date. Can we have a group lunch date? Pudding's asking. Certainly does. I'm fasting, did I tell you? Hugo's restaurant with utensils. How's that? And a napkin?
No, it's not enough.
Not enough.
Do you know how much you married up?
A menu? Would you like a menu? How long would you last, Pudding? I think CodeRushed should also buy me a big expensive light that I want. Who's with me? Certainly says vote yes. Lunch is nice, but a girl needs to see. Girls needs to see what? It's a family show. You have to be careful what you type in. All right. Well, we are moving into a new place. And you want that new light? Do you want to go look at the light too?
No,
over lunch?
It.
You said forget it. I'm negotiating like a car salesman for lunch. You mean he hasn't already? 6 positive? Just shame. Vote for the Fifth Amendment. Thanks, Surly Deb. You're my favorite. Surly says, maybe that light is your wedding present for your next wedding. 6 positive. He says, oh, wait, let me guess. I'll give you windows for the sun, and the sun is light. Enjoy. Hugo, you're making me look bad. Pudding says, without food, like a couple hours at most. Will Bennett without food? Wait. Vote Fifth Amendment? I'm not sure what Pudding is referring to. 6 positive says, no, I bought one for myself yesterday and stopped myself from buying both. You were not mad enough. She was a little mad at me yesterday, kids. Sometimes that happens. I'm not, with the autism and all, I'm maybe not the best, most compassionate, understanding partner. And she was mad. She went out and bought a light. But she wasn't mad enough to buy 2, which is good. That's good news, right? Not that she didn't buy 2 lights, but that she wasn't that mad. Will Bennett says, oh, wait, I want to be a favorite. I changed my vote to light. I see the light.
That's how I like them, scrambling.
Karen said, that's how I like them, scrambling. Scrambling. Yeah, I'm not, do I scramble enough for you?
No.
No.
No, more.
More scrambling. Lunch with scrambling. You married so far up. You got to scramble, boy, says X positive. Pudding says, but I was forced to because I went through a 3-hour wisdom tooth surgery. That was the fasting, right? Record was like 2 weeks eating only Jell-O as a replacement for every single meal. That's the backwards reading there. I was in pain for like 2 months after that. Holy cow. That's not good. Hugo says, been there. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, it's not fun. I believe you. So Pudding was eating only Jell-O.
Ironic.
So something there, some irony. Yeah, I couldn't even leave my bed because everything hurt. Oh, man. Hugo says, wait, hang on. 6 positive needs to be bribed into going to lunch with Mark, where the lunch isn't even the bribe? Wow, that's insane, Pudding, says Hugo. Sometimes when you piss me off, it costs you $1,000. Wait, how much? How much was the light?
Nothing.
How much was the light? So the news yesterday, was the news this? This was the news. You didn't say it was 1,000. She said, card was declined. Luckily, I had a backup. Another card. I'm like, it shouldn't be declined. It should be totally fine. Oh, wow. How'd you get diagnosed with autism? Or is it just a hunch you have? It goes like this. Karen says, I think you might have autism. And I'm like, yeah, right. Look at me. I'm totally high functioning. I understand people. No problems here. And I'm talking to our son's doctor, who does have autism, was diagnosed. And he was seeing this doctor, and he was a family friend of ours as well. And we're sitting out by his pool. And I say to him, Karen, Karen thinks I've got autism. And he says, oh, you do. You do. Like that. So that's how I was diagnosed. And I was like, what? And then I started learning more about it, and I, took a look at the spectrum, and yeah, there are things that I hit on the spectrum. I'm way more high functioning than a lot of other folks that I've encountered. So I guess I'm super thankful for that. And so it's not, for me, it's not necessarily a negative. It was maybe a negative yesterday when Karen was mad at me, and she was like saying, try being less autistic or something like this, right? Something like that she was saying.
Pull it back.
Pull back the autism. Try to hear what I'm saying. So a little bit of that, but it's okay. I was only eating Jell-O. So Surly Dev is commenting on Pudding's comment about only eating Jell-O. Surly says it's cannibalism. Be nice to her and scramble. That is one hell of a light. Yeah, is it really? What's the light? Did you put a link to the light in here, Karen? Is there a link out there? Do you have a picture of it? I haven't even seen it. Is it delivered?
No.
No. Now, wait a second. Somebody's acting a little sheepish. Like maybe they did spend that, in which case another partner doesn't need to scramble so much for lunch today. Maybe you should be taking me out to lunch. She just got very serious. She was like, went from smiling to like that. So maybe not. For $1,000, I would want that light to be able to do bacon 24/7. But I'm not thinking about food right now as I'm fasting. On the spectrum, that is Asperger's, says Hugo. Yeah. Well, I think that if you're one of the attributes of being on the spectrum is deep focus, right? The ability to work on something for a long time and thoroughly, just immerse yourself into the thought process of solving the problem, which is useful if you're a programmer. So I think a higher percentage of programmers have autism or Asperger's than other professions, like say like a hairdresser, for example, where you have to connect and communicate with people all the time. New stream channel needed. Mark and Karen married life channel. Karen, what do you think about that?
You aren't the first to say it.
our own channel where we just have just cameras in the house, just all over.
Oh no.
No, no, not that bad idea.
I do not need to be a meme.
You don't need to be a meme, really, because I think it's kind of happening. Let's see. So Surly Dev, yeah, don't think about food, Surly Dev. It's okay. Six Positive says, stop being so autistic. Don't make me so literally. Don't take me so literally. Mark, but I like drawing. I've heard that so many times. It is important. I'm fasting now. You're fasting. Solidarity with Surly Dev. Asperger's is now called Autism 5, I believe. I think it's 3. Autism 3.
I don't know numbers.
That's a test.
I'm not autistic.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Expositive. How long are you fasting for? Until your lunch date? Yep. That might be a while if Mark doesn't up his lunch scrambling game, says Hugo. Come on, guys. You got to be on my side a little bit here. They already have that, Hugo Doll. It's called it's a podcast called Keto Families. Well, we're not doing that anymore. I really got tired of taking things literally. I really get tired of the taking things literally. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of self-analyze my brain, and I realize that when words come up either in spoken or written form, my brain just, hugs them, holds on to the words, and it's like, that's the meaning. And then afterwards, I'm like, wait, did I miss an emotional message? And so I'm a little bit, that's kind of trying to work on that. So I'm, less on the words. But if we do subtitles on a movie, which we sometimes like, I cannot get my eyes off the titles, and I don't watch the performances. I have to fight to get up to see a performance, and then my eyes are back down on the titles within seconds. All right, here I want to see if I can make things pop up and pop down. It's interesting. I don't think I need to do the notify request. It's kind of a read-only kind of thing here, but I think I'm going to have to do it. I notify property changed on the other parent group, and I think I'm going to have to do this while we're not running. So let's see kind of what's going on with that. Let's convert to a property with this. Let's introduce a setter guard clause. And then now here we're going to want to say property changed. We need to implement iNotify property changed. Like that. And then we're going to say, guess I'm going to give it a function on property changed. Like that. Then we're going to use Will's awesome trick that he gave us, which I'm totally forgetting how to do. But it's something like this. It's a parameter called the name of the property. And then there's an attribute that we can give it, which is, I don't know, what is it? It is, let's go look it up here. Attribute, calling name, C#. That's what I want. Caller member name. Like that. Caller member name. I don't do that with subtitles. Oh, I do that with subtitles too, says Early Dev. Especially if they don't match the dialogue exactly. Yeah, I went nuts. What show were we watching, Karen, where it was so wrong? Yeah, I was watching a show where it was so bad. I think it was on HBO. I think it was it John Oliver? I don't remember. But we were watching a show on HBO, and it was so bad. I was just, my head was screaming when they didn't match. Michael Jolly says, use subtitles in a language you don't speak and problem solved, right? That might help. Try watching Better Than Us on Netflix with English audio and English subtitles too. They do not match. Nope, I try to relate the words to the unknown language, the word elements, and the voices. Yeah, I can sometimes do that, Hugo. But I'm not as diligent at that as I should be.
Copper Beauty is in the house.
How did Copper Beauty's fanfare get played? I didn't see anything from him. Subtitles. So if I drop a bag of rice, you would have to count all the grains? You are tall for a leprechaun, aren't you? That's called taking the book with you. My kids have gotten into some anime-like series, and oh my god, the subtitles are horrible and mess with my brain so bad. Caller name? Yeah, Hugo, thanks. You got me. Caller name attribute. Will got it too. What's going on? Do we have some lag here? Caller member name. The only time I had to read the subs was when dealing with GOT because all these names were so weird. I want to get into Game of Thrones, but we haven't been able to do it yet. Have not been able to get into that yet. And I guess how do I use caller member name? Where's the example code? Not the first thing? Here it is. I just got to initialize it with an empty string. Like that. That's what I got to do. Okay. On property changed. Then it's going to be something along these lines. If not null, whoops. Then property change dot invoke. And this new property change event args. What are you taking? Oh, property name. Like this. There's our on property changed. What's wrong? Oh, sorry, it returns a Boolean. I want it to return a void. Okay. All right. Looks like my sage plant in my kitchen. One single shoot about 12 inches long. How did that trigger? I was in another window, asked Copperbeardy. I don't know how it triggered. Game of Thrones is a lot. It is, sex positive. The one I agree this year end up at just short of 9 feet. I grew this year. Sage. We talking about sage, guys, or something else? What did I miss? Oh, we're just talking about the plants. Got it.
No.
And more.
I said I have to.
What do you have to do?
I have to wait to get mad at you again before I pay for the island date. And then Copperbeardy says that won't take long.
There it is right there. Yeah, that won't take long. Yeah. Karen's got to get mad. I'm designing our gate to be a full sunflower ironwork. Oh, wow. That could be beautiful.
I didn't tell you?
Did you tell me? No, I love it, though. I have to wait until you get mad at Millard again. You know, we can actually go with agreement on things, too. She's like, nah. The plot is decent. Sex Positive says, violent, incestuous. Yeah, the first couple episodes were there, and we were like, yeah, every time somebody's slash and parts come out, Karen's just like, oh, my gosh. It's like, we would not have done well back then in those times, I think.
I'd be so dead.
Yeah. Look at me modifying some VBA. All right, so let's see. We've got event data done. I need to do this again. I guess I'm just copying this because I don't really have a descendant ancestry kind of thing going on here. So the event group, we're going to have to do something similar in here. Love to be able to reuse this in a better way. Let's go get our property change pieces up here. And this. Wait, did I grab just that? I want to get that whole thing, the whole event in there. So there's the event. And all right, here's where we're adding the event data. I want to hook that. Event data dot property changed plus equals that. Then I want to come down here and I want to say, hey, if that e dot property name equals, what is my break? It's called break it start. We can start. Then I want to call on property changed, and I want to pass in instead of break it start. What do I have here? Has breakpoints. Has breakpoints, and that gets me bubbling up to the group. And is that all I need to do? No, wait, no, I need to set it, is what I need to do. I need to set it. So let's do something like this. New value equals false. Then we need to say We need to iterate through our events that we own. And we need to check to see if any of those are true down below. If event data dot break it start, then we're going to say new value is true, and we're going to break out of here. So we're going to do this. ST gives me that, and then BR space, BR space gets me my break, and I'm out. And then we want to say has breakpoints is equal to new value. And we might as well come in here, do the same thing, convert it to backing field, come in, introduce setter guard clause, set the breakpoints, and then call on property changed. And I think that's all we have to do to get that to bubble up and down. Let's try it. I want to see the sunflower ironwork. Is that something they can do?
I can design it, and then we can see what happens.
So the quote you have right now is for a gate that doesn't have any artwork on it. Is that right?
It has artwork.
Oh, it does?
But not the kind I've said.
Is it artwork you've designed?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Wait, what did you say?
You never saw the sketches? I didn't share them with you?
No, you never. You must have
Maybe
been
you
mad at me
spent
for
more
weeks.
time with me.
I was thinking, you want to go to lunch? I can end the show at any time. We can get out of here. This I might be at a really good ending point, too, if we get this working. Initialize player data. All right. Let's go.
Merkin!
All right. So let's check here. If we check this and this checks, that would be awesome. Sweet. And if we clear it and it clears, sweet. Look at that. So now we know we have breakpoints on this line right here. Oh, this works so well. Look at this. That's what I want. And what about if we come over here now and we say that? Nice. Yeah, sweet. But if I clear this, though, what should that do? Maybe it doesn't, maybe it's disabled. Maybe that's what I'm going to do. Can I make that checkbox disabled? I can. Okay. So that's this style. Can I do this? Can I create a setter for the property is checked and set the value equal to false? No, it is enabled, I mean. And end it there. Can I, was it going to let me make that change? What? Wait, object reference is not set to an instance. Radio enum list value got get returned null. I think that's because of the changes we were making. I think that was the XAML hot reload. Can I get out? Do I have to run it again or no?
Lady McLovenuts. Eva.
Right, so check. And now can I clear it? I still can clear it. It's like it didn't reload it. All right, let's start. I just want to... Let's make sure we have that setter is enabled. Yeah, I feel like this should work. All right, I'm gonna go see who else is out here broadcasting. Who we can send you over to. I'm going to go have a date with my wife, kids.
Wait, I need to tell Copper Beardy about my life.
Oh, you're telling Copper Beardy about your life? All right, so we got some time. Okay.
No, I know.
Can I change it? Now I can't change it. Sweet. So now it's just an indicator. Yeah, I just needed a refresh. And I cannot click these. Okay. That's kind of how I want it now. All right. What do you want to do? You want to go to lunch now?
What?
Do you want to go to lunch now?
With you?
Yeah, with me.
Fine.
You show me your artwork?
It's with the welders.
Yeah, one is a Sputnik light, she says. She drew a picture of it last night. And it looked like this kind of a thing. Rant, 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 rant. That's the picture she drew for me. So some sort of spacey thing going on. I'm not sure what it is. That's kind of what I think we're looking at. All right, I'm feeling pretty good about this. I need to be able to set breakpoints here. Thanks for asking. Mark Miller cares less. I feel like there's still some anger. Should I take the credit cards just if you're going to leave me for a little bit? The look cool. All right. Let's get some breakpoint possibilities in these lines here while we're waiting for Karen to finish her conversation with Copperbeardy in the chat room. We're going to do that. We need to do that. We need to go. Let's go find the breakpoint. Okay, here we go. We need to do something very similar here. All right. Now, but we need to now put lines here inside of this thing. We need to change the data that we're passing over onto list code. Because we're going to have some problems here.
Be pretty.
Get player event code. That's an enumerable. Okay. We can fix it. And we need... I think what we need to do over here is change break and start. We can keep a property called that. And the binding for the text can be the line is what we'll call it. And then what we're going to do is we'll come in here and we will click on one of these. And since we're returning an IEnumerable, guess what, kids? We can totally change this up. So let's come in here, create a new class. This is going to be a debug line is what I'm going to call this. Whoops, let me... what can I do here? Let's get the back overlay. Just turn it off for a second. Turn it back on. What are you wearing to lunch? Is that to me?
I said, is that what you're wearing?
Oh, is that what you're wearing to lunch? Yes, I am. This really would be the cheapest dinner date at the moment. That's true. Is that because I'm fasting? Yeah, that's because you're fasting. How did you know? I don't think I mentioned it here. Okay, we're going to call this a debug line. Let's stay focused, people, on the code, shall we? There's my debug line. I'm going to have a string property called line, and I'm going to have a Boolean property called break at start. Did I have this on the clipboard by chance? Absolutely. Not really. Like that. There's my debug line. I want to create an initializer for both of those, so I'm going to type in CC for constructor create, hit the space bar to select all, and give those to me. So now I can just create an initialization very quickly. I can't take this and put it in its own class yet, but I can do that later. Move to its own class. Okay. Now let's go back down where we were. And now what we want to do is, here's our code. And what we want to do is create a whole bunch of debug lines on this. I don't want... What I want to do instead, I'm going to say, hey, no, if we're not code, then I want to get out. Then down here I want to say, let's initialize that. Whoops. I mean, let's declare a variable for it. Declare local. Split lines. And, oh, you know what I just realized? I actually don't need break it start for these. I could just have an alternative. Let's duplicate this line. Let's kill this. Okay, good. We're going to do a for each here, line, and then we're going to say, we want to have a new list of debug lines. Is debug line on the clipboard? Add new debug line, passing in line. And I think that might work. Let's see if the gods of edit and continue are with us. Absolutely not. What happened? We've got list code here. We're binding to line and break it start. Right there and there. Okay, we're filling list code item source. Oh, wait. I'm not returning anything. Hold on. That's my problem, kids. All right, let's try again. On cast. Okay, all that work. I've made this mistake before. It's not the first time. Not my first rodeo. And then we got our debug lines. Now let's see it. Nice. Look at that, kids. It's like we're pros here. Look at that. I'm setting breakpoints, kids.
That worked.
We don't have the bubbling up, though. It would be nice if we bubbled up and this was, maybe this is the gray one, so that when we do this here, it goes there. I think that's how I want to bubble it up. You feeling like lunch yet, or are you still happy?
I'm good.
You're still good?
Go.
Let's good. Let's go.
Say goodbye to these people.
All right, let's say goodbye to our friends out there.
Break point.
Nice, Will. Thanks, I did my lunch window close. I'm going shopping. No, well, have a good weekend. Okay, so kids, thanks so much. What do we got? We got InstaFluff. Oh, let's send you to Tyler. Tyler's a great guy. Tyler on heart. Yeah. Tyler is great. Hold on a second. This is Tyler over here. Tell him I said hi. I met Tyler at
TwitchCon.
At TwitchCon. That's exactly where I met him. I can't seem to get the... Here, we'll just pause that right there. He's a good guy. This is a nice guy over here. Tell Tyler I said hi. I'm going to lunch with my wife. Sure, get her a proper lunch and plenty of scrambling. Yeah. And have a good weekend, everybody. And next Tuesday, I'm expecting to debut new fanfares. All right, kids? Everybody take care of yourselves. Surly Dev, get some bacon, for goodness sakes. See ya on Tuesday.